More than 500,000 people in England were pinged by the NHS Test and Trace app in a week. That is the highest figure recorded and a rise of 46% from the previous week. Our health correspondent Ashish Joshi joins me now. Hello to you, Ashish. And this is before next Monday's reopening.
Yeah, that's what will concern the government and the Prime Minister. You know, we've been hearing a lot about the vaccine and the great protection it offers everyone, but I don't think the Prime Minister and his advisors can ignore or disregard these rising numbers of infections. We know that England opens up fully without restrictions next week. We might already be seeing the effects or the after effects of the socializing through the football, the Euros, which we were told would happen. But when we're still here in the middle of a rising caseload with the economy opening up next week without restrictions, that will cause a lot of people to say maybe now is not the right time. Those calls are growing louder. 4,000 scientists writing in The Lancet urging the Prime Minister to reconsider. But the Prime Minister remains defiant. He says, as long as we don't see these infections materializing or turning into hospitalizations and deaths in the numbers that we've seen them before, the warning is that we will see rising hospitalizations and we will see more people sadly losing their lives. But we won't see them in the numbers we've seen them in the previous two waves. Then the country has to reopen. That is the argument that the Prime Minister has put forward. Also, last week, you will recall many of the ministers talking about the app and the need for it to be sort of desensitized, as it were, because it was pinging too many people. And now the app should be changed because it doesn't really take into effect that if two people who are in close contact, they might have been pinged, but they're standing back to back in a well-ventilated area and they might be fully vaccinated. Therefore, they shouldn't have to isolate. The isolation rules change in August, but that's still several weeks away. And if so many people are being pinged, then at the moment they are being asked to self-isolate. And that puts a lot of pressure on the economy, on businesses and on employers. This is the Prime Minister's response to what will happen over the next few days and why he is certain that the country, although he thinks it's going to be very difficult over the next few weeks, the country is in a position to reopen fully.